So I had a whole video about the whole Microsoft thing, Xbox shakeup, um, and The Verge came out with an article of detailing everything from Sarah Bond being hated to basically it sounds like Phil Spencer was pushed out, and the whole shakeup. And I want to dive into this. So first off, we kind of knew that Phil Spencer was kind of pushed out, but this goes into detail of like behinds of it. Did not know Sarah Bond was hated, but this article on The Verge goes into most of the current and former Xbox employees I spoke with in recent days are relieved that Bond is leaving. I've heard from multiple sources that Bond has been tough to work with and build a team structure that meant if you didn't follow the vision or questioned it, you were out. Most have praised her ability to strike partnerships with companies and developers, though. You gotta be able in any kind of role, whether it's a big role, a small role, in especially in her role, you have to take criticism, good and bad, because even if it's bad, you got to find out ways. Okay, how can I correct it? How can I make it better, or improve on it? So it's not a bad idea, and seemed like she didn't care. The other thing is that the whole Xbox Xbox is everywhere kind of campaign, that was her idea. And I'm gonna be honest, that was the most terrible idea, terrible campaign for Xbox ever. The fact that you don't need an Xbox no more, you can play it anywhere, you can play it on your phone, you can play it on your TV through the cloud service. And it's just that's not how it's done. If you remember, Google did that and it failed miserably within I think a first year and a half. That thing failed. It was terrible. And the fact that it even goes into further, like they were trying to spin it that she was a gamer like Phil Spencer, which we all all knew that Phil Spencer was a gamer. I mean, I've heard stories of his achievements or his score for all the games is like way higher than majority gamers, which that's not shocking. But it goes into say in December 2024 that Bond had stalked her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere across multiple platforms and devices. This also involved carefully managing her image both internally and externally, making her appear to be a gamer like Phil Spencer. In reality, she wasn't. And the thing is, I can tell she really wasn't a gamer because if you ever look at Phil, as far as like how he would do interviews or talk about a game, you can see his excitement. You can tell that he was excited about that game or talking about that game, just like a gamer would. Her ability to like talk about a game or the excitement wasn't there. So it's like if you're not excited about a project or a new upcoming game that's going to be exclusively on Xbox or maybe launch on Xbox and later on be on other platforms, then what are you doing in a role that is your job? You have to be excited about games. You kind of gotta be a gamer, you know what I mean? And then it goes on to Phil Spencer's retirement has seemed inevitable to Xbox employees, particularly over the past year. In February of last year, Spencer took a long vacation and told some teams that he had to wait weeks for sign off on some key changes. Shortly after the vacation, rumors started circulating inside Microsoft that Spencer was not ready to retire. Microsoft was eventually forced to deny the rumor in July, claiming Spencer wouldn't be retiring anytime soon. So there's your answer. He was basically forced out, which I really don't know. And then goes on to says with Spencer's retirement official, Microsoft is hitting the reset button on Bond's Xbox strategy instead of embracing its future. Microsoft's gaming CEO Asasha Sharma is now promising the return of Xbox in a clear message to employees that the strategy over the past few years has not been working. I want to return to the renegade spirit that built Xbox in the first place, says Sharma. Xbox employees have been speaking concerned. Xbox employees I've been speaking to have been concerned about the Sharma appointment, particularly because of her previous roles as an AI executive at Microsoft. There is also a concern about her lack of industry experience in entertainment and gaming. Sharma has been clear she's not a gamer and has spent the weekend responding to people on X and even taking gaming recommendations. So, I mean, at least she's trying. And she's talking to people. I mean, I can see that right there is at least extending the arm to gamers and like, let me try to fix the ship, because I don't think Sarah Bonds has ever done this, like talk to community, the Xbox community and gaming community in general, and I can see that is a kind of a plus as far as like extending the olive branch to kind of repair what Sarah Bond destroyed. But it goes on to say the other concern is that she's been appointed by Nadella as some kind of executioner of the Xbox console. Her memo doesn't suggest that, and Microsoft could have easily appointed Matt Booty into that kind of a role to push game publishing instead of the Xbox console. I get the impressions from the sources that Microsoft wants a turnaround and is worried about losing Xbox, as is one of its remaining successful consumer brands. Again, it is. I mean, the Xbox Rogue Ally sold a lot, and a lot of people I know personally bought them and they love them. So Xbox, the brand, is still successful as much as like the rising cost of the consoles and all sorts of stuff is very expensive. There's other things that are still being successful, like the handheld. Maybe their partnerships with other behind the scenes with game developers that we may not know about. I am interested in this turnaround because I was once a Xbox person. That was my first console when I got in my teens. I mean, I was a PlayStation guy all throughout, but as far as like in my teens, in my 20s, all the way in my 20s, I was an Xbox guy. I had that big, gigantic lunk of a system. I remember playing all those Condemned and Gears of War, Halo, all sorts of different titles when it first came. And then when Gears start popping off, I got fully involved in Gears. I was a Gears guy. I have a whole Marcus Phoenix bust that I will eventually hang up in one of these walls I have of Gears. And I still like Gears. I still hope for E-Day to be a great game, but we haven't heard anything about it on it. So I just see this as this is a hard reset. I do believe I want to believe that she's has the right mindset for Xbox and going forward. Um, I like the idea that she is reaching out to people and talking to about the Xbox community and just gaming community in general on X and different platforms. I do like that because I never saw that from Sarah Bonds. I think this is going to take some time to kind of rewrite the ship. I just I don't know. I mean, they're celebrating 25 years. I know for a fact we'll see Sharma at the Summerfest, and I'm very interested of what they're gonna do at the Summerfest. I know for a fact they're gonna probably do like almost like a huge 25 anniversary thing, and this is her time to shine at that event. And I don't think she's gonna be shy on the mic or anything. I mean, she's been in lead roles throughout her life. And I think she's taken criticism pretty well throughout her life. So being bombarded at the Summerfest this summer with, either IGN, The Verge, all these, journalists and podcasters and gaming sources, outlets that are gonna hound her. I think that's gonna show who she really is. I mean, is she gonna freeze up on some of the questions that they may ask about the future of Xbox and what their plans are? What's her plans with exclusives or whatever? Time will tell with that. But I am very interested because I guarantee you, come Summerfest, it's going to be make or break. And I'm hoping she knocks it out of the park. But this whole thing with learning this from The Verge and everything is very eye-opening. Yeah. But I pass it off to you. What do you guys think about this? Are you surprised to learn that Phil Spencer was pushed out? Are you even more shocked that Sarah Bond was hated by majority of the staff at Xbox and that she really wasn't a gamer? Do you believe in Sharma and turning this ship around and making Xbox great again? Or, at least a competitor with Sony or Nintendo? Let me know all your thoughts, comments, and let's keep this conversation going in the comments below. Till next time, guys. Peace.